Stay connected to gratitude. Hit the follow button right now and join thousands of listeners tuning in each week. We're the Gratitude Seekers. Come join us. Hi, Gratitude Seeker. Here we are at the end of 2021. I hope this episode finds you healthy. And what I also hope is that if you're not already grateful for 2021, that this episode will give you some inspiration, some ideas, some things that you can do to change your perspective on the year that has just passed. If you've been listening to the Gratitude Podcast for more than a year, you know that we have this tradition that at the end of the year, we think about the things that we're grateful for in that passing year. So many things happen each day, each week, each month, that we just tend to forget about many of them. Some are good, some are bad. But my goal for this episode is for us to focus on those good things that happened this year and to change our perspective on how this year was so that we'll enjoy an even better year in 2022. As you might know already, my favorite way of doing this recap is by using Google Photos. There you have the option to search for January of 2021 and only see the photos from January. This is a really easy way of remembering what you did in January, what were some of the highlights, and so it's much easier for you to pick 3 things that you're grateful for in the month of January. You can do the same in the Photos app on your iPhone. You just need to hit the search bar and write January 2021, and afterwards click on See All. I'm guessing you can do something similar on Android. So this is a really easy way of finding those things that you're grateful for in 2021. Another way of doing this is by looking at your gratitude journal. Reading again the things that you were grateful for on different days of this year. We tend to remember the challenges. We tend to remember those things that took away our joy. But what we can do as gratitude seekers is to see the other side of the coin and look at those things that happened in 2021 that were a blessing. I love both ways of doing this equally. But when you look at the pictures, this evokes so many emotions. And I invite you to take the time to do this exercise. It may take you an hour or 2. Grab a cup of tea and make it an experience. Make it something that you do for yourself at the end of this year, and make sure you give it enough time and space. I'm a tech guy, so I love just writing in my notes, the title of the note being 3 things I'm grateful for in each month of 2021. Small things that make 2021 great. And I start with the first month of January 2021, and I say that I'm grateful for 1, 2, and 3. You can put pen to paper. You can write this in your gratitude journal. You can be creative to how you do this. Once I have the structure in place, I search for each month and I take the time to relive those moments. You can find so many things by doing this and remember so many amazing experiences that you had in this year. I find this fascinating because you would say, okay, but I know what I did this year, but actually when you do this exercise and you go through each month, you realize that there were so many blessings, so many amazing things that have happened and that you had the chance to experience. And like I said in the title, they can be small things. And for inspiration, I will share with you one thing that I'm grateful for in each month of 2021. Most things are small yet meaningful, but of course there were some highlights, some big things that have happened in my life that I'm really, really grateful for. Actually, I think I'm going to share with you two things that I'm grateful for in each month, because there are so many amazing things, small and big, that I really want to share with you, and I really want to give you some ideas, but yeah, I feel like sharing them with you as well. So for January, it was our first snow while having a terrace, and we were so happy that we were able to enjoy the beautiful snowflakes flying about while being outside and also so close to home. We sat on comfy chairs and just enjoyed the beautiful dance of the snowflakes. For us, it was a dream come true, and we really enjoyed it. The second thing that I'm grateful for in January is that after 6 months of research, I finally found a perfect car for me and my family. I'm grateful for the fact that it was even better than I expected it to be. The price was even better than I expected, and it's still serving me very well to this day. For February, I'm really grateful that I had a lot of support from my family and from everyone around me to prepare for my driving exam. I know I did something crazy buying the car before getting my driver's license, but I really believe that I'm able to do this, and that's one of the reasons why I'm grateful for the support, because the pressure was pretty big. The second thing that I'm grateful for in February of 2021 is the fact that I felt appreciated for my work on the podcast. One of you, Gratitude Seekers, with the initials LEM, wrote, "Hi Georgian, I've been listening to your podcast since its inception, and I have never stopped to thank you. I truly credit you for literally saving my life during some very dark times, when I knew I had to keep gratitude at the forefront of my thinking, but it was so incredibly hard at the time. Your podcasts became part of my daily routine, and slowly but surely I was able to climb back into the light. So I just wanted to share my gratitude for you and to say that I am so very delighted to see that your podcast has continued on its incredible trajectory, bringing bigger and bigger names to your platform. Not that big names are better than small names, but it just shows how widespread and important your unique podcast has become. It is amazing, and you deserve every accolade that comes your way for all your hard work over the years. Thank you." I really can't say how much this message, how much this review meant for me, and it's definitely one of the highlights of February. And it's even more touching for me knowing that there are people listening from the beginning. At that time, the Gratitude Podcast was 4 years old, so I'm incredibly grateful for people that have been listening for so long. And if you, listening right now, are one of them, please let me know. I would love to hear from you. I have to say it's really hard to just pick two, because I always have to choose which two out of the three are the ones that are worth mentioning. I just don't want to make this episode too long for you. But getting back to our list, in March, I was and I still am grateful that I got my driver's license. I passed the exam, both the theoretical and practical exam. And I was particularly grateful for the fact that just one day before the exam, I read an article saying that less than 30% of students actually passed both the written and practical exam. So that was quite a relief that I was able to do that. And like I said, the support that I got from everyone around me was incredible. This one made me particularly grateful also because I'm the first one in the family that's a driver now. And the second thing that I'm grateful for that has to do with the first reason is the fact that I drove to my parents and I was able to take them for a ride. Of course, I can expand quite a lot on this topic, but I just wanted to share with you the highlights. In April, I'm grateful that we got to meet some friends in a place that we loved very much, but where we couldn't get to without a car. And the second thing that I'm grateful for in April is that we got to babysit a really playful and loving golden retriever. Thanks to it, we went outside more, we ran more, and we had a lot of fun. So I'm very grateful for that experience. In May, it was warm enough to stay outside more and to enjoy quiet Sundays on the terrace. The fresh air, the warm sun on our faces, the chirping of the birds, being outside yet comfortable and close to all of the amenities of the house. Something so simple yet so enjoyable. I'm also grateful for a wonderful stay in a medieval city while being there for work. In June, we were blessed enough to travel again, to see Barcelona once again, meet friends and make new friends, experience Barcelona as a local, being touched by a beautiful experience of a Romanian singer singing in perfect Spanish like a Catalan, enjoying all of the art that Barcelona has to offer, especially in the Gothic Quarter. I could really make a long list about this month thanks to traveling and being able to experience this once again. In July, I'm really grateful that we got to go to Bulgaria. We found a great hotel with great food and good prices. We found a really good restaurant there. It's called Happy. And we went there almost every day and tried something new, and we were never disappointed. In contrast to Barcelona, where we were always active and going about the city, in Bulgaria we just enjoyed a peaceful holiday without rushing to visit places, with the sole purpose of relaxation and deconnecting. And one of the things that I'm particularly grateful for regarding this experience is the fact that the first time in my life we were able to extend our stay. Usually, to be honest, I'm a bit rigid with these things. If we have a certain schedule, a certain period, that's it. We couldn't change it. But now, since we loved it so much, we decided to stay a bit more. And again, to bring some contrast, we actually bought tickets for the Netherlands, where we have a friend that we promised we would visit for quite a while. But unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we were not able to go there anymore. So we were blessed enough to find this alternative, which ended up being quite an amazing experience. In August, I'm grateful for going to a wedding of a good friend whose love story I knew for years. I'm really grateful for this experience because it was something really close to my heart, and I knew about their hardships, the distance that they had to, the distance challenge that they had to surpass at one point in time, and still they made it, and now they got married, and I was very happy for them. And another smaller thing that I'm grateful for in August is finding a restaurant with a wonderful view close to where we live without having to go through the city traffic. It's a bit outside the city, on top of a hill, and the view is just wonderful. In September, I'm grateful for exploring my creativity. We started doing some videos. Still not sure exactly where this will go, but just playing with this and creating something beautiful is really something that I'm grateful for. Another thing that I'm grateful for in September is the fact that we enjoyed beautiful weather and we got to eat out with friends. In October, I'm grateful for the fact that we discovered a beautiful forest close by. It's really easy to get to by car, and it's perfect for a short walk in nature. But I'm also grateful that we went with some friends to a mountaintop where, to my amazement, I found great vegetarian food with an amazing view. In November, we were blessed enough to go to Egypt. It was a green country, so it was easy for us to go there. And interestingly enough, what I'm grateful for regarding this experience is the people that we've met there. I think I could record an entire episode just talking about the people there and how, even though some things weren't great, they managed to make this an amazing experience for all of us. So I'm very grateful for visiting another continent, a new culture, for being in a warm, sunny place in the winter. But again, like I said, the people made a difference. Beginning with Manal, the woman that made our breakfast while singing traditional songs and smiling to everyone, to Spiky, one of the animators there that made us feel like home and helped us have a lot of fun, to Mohammed, who was always there at the right time, at the right place, helping us in so many ways and sharing so many interesting things about his culture and home village. And they were just the three that had the biggest impact on us. But there were many others that made our stay really enjoyable, and I'm really grateful for that. In this month, I'm really grateful for the fact that I said yes to me, to my project, to my joy. I had a challenging period, work-related, and I'm grateful for the feeling of freedom, of being liberated. And another thing that I'm really grateful for is the fact that I somehow attracted some amazing new projects for this new year, and I'm really looking forward to them, to making them a reality, to use my creativity and gifts more. So that's it from me. I hope I was able to give you some ideas on things that you can write, on how you should go about this process, and I really recommend you take this time, especially now during the holidays, to think about 2021 and to relive some of the most amazing moments that you got to enjoy this year. In this way, our perspective of 2021 will change for the better, and we'll both enjoy an even more amazing 2022. Thank you so much for listening. This has been Georgian Benta. Don't forget to keep seeking and spreading gratitude.